We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Hey, yo, check it out. Khrysis on the boards with the heat. Jamming with the squad right now. You are checking out the Hip Hop Marvels podcast.
Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it would be dope to have your own talk show. Podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in the show notes lets Buzzsprout know we sent you, get you a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and help support our show.
Go Squadron!
All in a day's work for the Squadron Supreme, Earth's mightiest heroes. We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Yo, this your boy Frank Nitt. And there's rules if you want to get in this Marvel Studios. Don't nobody get in this motherfucker. So rule number 1, don't pop your ass up. Don't bring no extra niggas. And you better be ready to write, direct, produce some hot shit, or you will not get in. Marvel Studios, nigga, you know what it is. Frank Nitt, let's go.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Dig this and dig it deep.
You now on that wavelength, time to sign in. Dub Floyd and hip-hop marvels will chime in on topics of comics, brought to expand the hip-hop connect with the gauntlet in hand. They got it locked in, they floss in the brand. The block to the comic shop, they cross and examine. Representation's famine and moved on the shelf, and the system is happy with the movement it's dealt. We don't wait for the sick to improve on the health, so we pull a Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself. And it'll come out extra clean, fresh for the fans like an extended scene. The hip-hop and comic dimension, they activate you with gems they presentin'. Hand in the gauntlet, yes, we gon' flaunt it. Hip-hop marvels will bring you the rawness.
It's your boy DJ Dub Floyd in the place to be and in the place to be. This is Dub Floyd. This is the Hip Hop Marvels podcast. Alongside me is
Rick 0378, the collector, aka I'm Rick Grimes, bitch.
And I just go by Claudius because I'm a lame old boring person. No, I'm Claudius, returning to the podcast after 20-month hiatus, right? That's how long it's been? No.
Yeah, you've been gone for a minute.
It's been
glad to have you back with the squad. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Yeah, remember to listen, share, rate, and subscribe. We're on Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and more. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion, email us at hiphopmarvels@gmail.com. Follow us on all of our social media. That's Twitter and IG at hiphopmarvels, Facebook, Hip Hop Marvels, all one word, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
We will get back at you. Holler at us and we'll holler back.
Yes, we will. Today's guest is I just got finished talking to him about the fact that this dude is on a run right now. When you talk about production, when you talk about samples, when you talk about soul, putting that soul boom bap, he's Grammy nominated, down with Jamla, the Soul Council. I mean, he's done shit for video games, the 40-year-old version on Netflix. He's one half of the Away team, one half of Jericho Jackson with Elzai.
1/15 of the Justice League.
Yes. I mean, Recently featured in Indie Weeks Behind the Boards, highlighting MC hip hop producers. He has a new drum kit out right now with Wax Cartel, Warning Shots 2. I call him my distant cousin because, hell, it was a few years back. We bumped into each other at an A3C festival in Atlanta, and we were just chopping it up and just talking about where some of our family was from. And I'm like, shit, you got family everywhere. I got family. We might be cousins, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So man, so many accolades, so much production. His discography is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about none other than Khrysis on the board with the heat. You know what I'm saying? What's good, brother? What's good, brother? Man? So first of all, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we've been locked down last year, held us hostage, due to this pandemic and shit. We weren't able to be outside and move and shake like how we wanted to. So, like, what how are you right now? How are you mentally? Where's your headspace at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, I was busting I worked. I got crazy. I got crazy. I just got crazy and went to work. Yeah, now I'm ready to get out of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you're ready to go.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like when everything first started happening, after making sure my family and then after knowing that my family and all my friends were okay, and just checking on folks and making sure everybody close to me was okay and so forth, man. I was okay with being in the house because they ain't do nothing but send me to the boards to get busy. You know what I'm saying? That just freed me up. That freed me up to really, really, really get to work the way I want to, the way I probably wanted to since my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I went back in. I was low key back in Justice League mode where I was making about 5-10 beats a day. You know what I mean? So.
Damn, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? So
it definitely shows because you know what I'm saying, like with the array of music that came out from your end, man. So like
the album, it gave me room to, as far as the album, it gave me room to finish the album, which would have happened anyway, just not the way it did. Or not in the amount of time. It probably would have took me a little bit longer. I was already working on that album for 12 years as it was, but being that everybody's in the house or in the studio, it was a lot easier for me to catch some folks. It freed up a lot of people's schedules, so it helped me get the attention of a whole lot more people. As far as me getting to work and the level of visibility that I was able to get during that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was a lot easier for me to gain the visibility because it wasn't a whole lot of, extravagant stuff happening. It was just music. You know what I mean? So, and if anything, a person like me, you know what I'm saying, I've always been letting the music speak for itself. So
yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I was gonna say that because you're a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the traits I admire about you. And I mean, I guess what I'm saying, like, is being in the forefront super important to you? Because it seems like you're like, I wouldn't necessarily say content with being in the background, but like you said, it's like, the music speaks for itself. Because to me, like, I can't mention, my top 5 producers without you in there. You know what I'm saying? You in the mix of them. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, you have a signature sound. But also, to add to that, you're versatile. You know what I'm saying? So, you have producers out there that just have a signature sound, like, and you can hear, about 3-4 beats in a row, and you're like, okay, this is this producer, this is that producer. You, on the other hand, it's like you got to give it a second or third listen, and then you'll probably be like, okay, yeah, that's Khrysis. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's dope. You know what I mean? So, like, do you think being in the forefront is super important to you?
Depends on what I'm doing, to be honest with you. It really depends on what I'm doing. Like, if I'm producing for somebody, then no, the forefront is not my position. you know, as the MC would be the star. You know what I'm saying? If I'm making an album for somebody, no, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be in the forefront in those situations. You know what I mean?
Right.
The artist is. The artist is the focal point. And to be honest, while I was making music, when I'm making music for other artists, I put what I want kind of to the back burner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll have a certain style, but I'll cater my style to push the artist to the front. The artist that I'm producing for to the front. So with this album, with this solo album, I pushed myself to the front. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, part of the reason is, you know, this is my album. To let people know this is my album. The first song you hear is me rhyming on it. The first video that dropped was me. You know what I'm saying? Just to let people know, all right, this ain't a beat tape. This is an album. You know, and you're gonna get rapping. You're gonna get some singing. You know, this is me dropping the car. I didn't rap that much, but you know, just enough to let you know that, you know, this is my show right now. So, in any other case, you know, I would put my own wants and needs behind me. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be more concerned about, you know, making sure the artist gets heard and all of their strengths are being displayed and easy to find. Make sense?
Right. Yeah. Most definitely.
So it really
Rick,
depends. What's more important to me than being in the spotlight is more or less playing my role and playing it well. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a producer, I'm gonna give it my best. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be the star, I'm gonna give that my best. So it just so happens that I'm blessed to be able to jump in and out as I please. So, you know.
Yeah, that's dope. I think that's real dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rick, you had something for Khrysis?
Yeah, but I'm gonna let Claudius hit him a couple times first. I'm interested in seeing what Claudius wants to ask him. Definitely.
Oh, hey, what's up, Khrysis, man? It's good to meet you. I've been a fan for a minute too, and your work on the Conway album, crazy, the whole thing.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But I had some questions because I did a lot of research and I went back to your interviews, stuff like that. So I had some introspective questions, I hope. The first question I have is keeping your beats simple but really creative, with space for vocals being very important. Like I know you mentioned that, keeping space for vocals. Was there a time where you learned that doing too much was not your vibe, and so you decided that keeping it simple was a better way to go? Like, did you have an instance where you did too much on a beat and it didn't?
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's a whole era of Khrysis production that's basically overproduced.
Okay.
But it also came, and then I started realizing where it came from. It came from being in beat battles and stuff like that. So, you know, it's no knock to people who do beat battles, because that's a great way to get yourself to make a name for yourself in the production community.
Yeah.
You know, but beyond that, that's not what I wanted my career to be. I didn't want to be just a beat battle nigga. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be just a beat battle cat. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be somebody who makes songs. Mm-hmm. And, you know, in order to make a song, it's going to take, you know, you got to know when to pull back. You got to know when it's time to go crazy. You got to know when it's time to pull back. Plus, you got to think too, man, like all of our favorite records, a lot of our favorite records or favorite songs are like, it's like a quick little football loop.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we in and out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's got words that are easy to sing along to. It's got a beat, you know what I'm saying? The beat is very simple. It's merely a canvas, whether it's a melody that's catchy or it gives you you know, or it strikes some type of nerve that carries the song or the artist through the song. You know what I'm saying? So or it's just, you know, it's like if it's the whole song, and you got this canvas here, and if I paint the entire picture, where do I have the artist? Where's the artist going to paint it? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta, like I said, I leave room, especially if the star of the show is coming in. You know what I'm saying? I gotta leave room for the star to be the star. You know? You know, there's no point in me being greedy about the spotlight, because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, when people want to hear their music, they don't care about who did what. They just want to hear a good song.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
okay
facts.
with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The thing, and I'm, you know, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, because I don't, you know, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a star and being in the spotlight all the time. Mm-hmm. And you know, sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. No, I feel that.
I'm human.
I think you got a luxury right there because, like, yeah, sometimes you want to be up there, and it's like days you're like, yeah, they can have that. So I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you on that. That's dope,
you know
though. Instead of just, you know,
I need to be able to turn that shit off and on. You know what I'm saying? That's what's
exactly.
It keeps me as a sane human being. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be able to cut that off so I can, like, hear myself think and decide whatever I want to do next. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, no doubt.
Most definitely.
I like the metaphor about the Kansas too. That was dope. I like that.
Yeah. So
I wanted to make sure I asked them, where did, you know, and I've been watching you Khrysis for a minute, strictly from the background, with things where you can remember, you know, WXDU days, Sky Terrain.
Okay, let's go.
You know, guys like that, you know, during those times. Where did your, and don't look at it, I hope you won't think of it as being negative, where did your studio rap mentality came from? Because it didn't matter what Justice League release was out there. It was either produced by Khrysis, recorded, and engineered by Khrysis. Where did the studio rap mentality come in?
I mean, just watching everybody around me, because that's all we did. To be honest with you, that's what all of us did. Like, you know, I was just trying to make as much music as possible and create much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we didn't, you know, we're not one of those, this wasn't a fancy city at the time where, you know, you could just walk into somebody's recording studio, or, you know, not everybody's a musician out here. So, you know, we didn't, and to be honest with you, we didn't really know about how studios work like that, other than you just got to pay a whole bunch of money. So we just bought our own equipment and got to work. And, you know, especially like watching Knife, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that man his work ethic was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching, you know, me and him used to live in the same crib at one point, man. And we used to fight over computer time, because it's like, he'll go in and make like 10 and 12. I'm just trying to make my little pop.
I can imagine that, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it comes from back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? All we did that was all we did. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't really worried about the party scene like that, because, you know, at the time, like, it didn't represent that. The party, you know, the party scene and all of that stuff, it didn't represent the kind of music that we wanted to make, or the kind of, or the frame of mind that we were in at the time. So
that makes sense.
But you know what I'm saying? Plus too, like, you know, we're looking at the producers that we grew up listening to, and, you know, these guys are making like at least 5 a day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of where it comes from. Like, you know, just. Plus, like, I love to do this shit. You know what I mean? And I want to be great at it. And the
it's
more
like, don't forget to add that.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I love to do this shit. I fucking just love doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? If I could do this shit all day, if I had nothing else to do, that's what as you can see, if I had nothing else to do, I think that was on full display during the pandemic, because it's like, if I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm gonna be in here cooking. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely gonna cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in here and cook. Like, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop me. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just where it comes from. Like, even if it breaks down to anything, if it breaks down to where I have nothing left, I got these beats, man, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to flex that muscle. And the thing about me is, like, you know, the more you make, the better you get. But then, of course, you know, if you let up, you kind of lose it a little bit. It's like a muscle, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep that motherfucker toned, and you got to exercise and keep it toned. You know what I'm saying? So if you let it go for too long, it's going to atrophy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want my ear to atrophy or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, I didn't even know that this was a thing back then. Back then, this wasn't even a thing, but that's what led me to getting my 12,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, just working, man. So, you know, just working because I'm doing what I wanted to do. I found what I wanted to do in my life, and I stuck with it. I had no choice. So, yeah, that's what it was.
What made you just go out on a leap of faith like that? Like, I mean, I don't know what other career choices you had or ideas along the way. What made you to say, I'm all in? I'm on beats, I'm all in.
Honestly, man, I was simply because I was get kicked out of college was one of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Getting kicked out of college and knowing I was good enough, just knowing that I was good enough is what kept me going. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that I had the ear and the ear was there. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was in college, I ain't do nothing but smoke weed and make beats all day. I barely went to class. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once I noticed that all I'm doing is sitting in my room smoking weed and making beats, I was like, let me not disappoint my parents too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me stop lying to my dad and tell him what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying?
So,
sorry,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, like, at what point did you like know for sure that you're like good enough, or did you always have that confidence?
18. When I was 18.
18.
When I was 18, man, I'd be making beats in my dorm, with the door open, and you know, cats would stand outside my door and be listening, and next thing you know, like, I'd have a beat going, and people be standing in the hallway, and a cipher start. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This is back in 2000. You know, ciphers was still a thing back then. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially after,
tell him,
like,
Christ.
Especially after, like, you know, this is during the Raucous era. You know what I'm saying? For some people, it was, you know, 2000, like 98 to 2000. For some people, it's the Rockefeller era. So it's the beginning of the Rockefeller era. For some people, it was the No Limit era, transitioning into Cash Money, taking over for the 99 in the 2000s. And,
right.
It was the Locks end of the Rough Rider era. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, it was the Raucous era. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I was on. You know what I'm saying? I was in the Raucous era. You know what I'm saying? We was coming out of the Wu-Tang era, going to the Raucous era, and that's what I wanted to be. That's what I wanted to do. You know, it was the Raucous. It was the Raucous / Soulquarians era. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That's what I wanted to be a part of. That's what I wanted to be. So I went crazy.
Let me ask you, how did you feel, or what particular artist made you feel like outside of North Carolina, like, yo, Khrysis, you dope. I got to fuck with you, and you were really like surprised, like, yo, this dude really fuck with my beats. Who was that particular artist?
The first one to do that was Master Ace. And I wasn't even there to see his reaction. I wasn't even in the room to see his reaction. Because I was running late. For
that seems like the story of your life, huh, Chris?
I said, look here. But it was right on time. But I was still on time though. Because what was happening was, I forget what the hell happened. I don't remember what made me late exactly. But I had to finish making the show. So you know what? It was because me and Boog was working at the smoothie, and we had just got off work. Me and him was working together at the same time at a smoothie shop. And it was probably me and Boog's second show as the away team or whatever. And being that we got off work at the time we got off of, there was no way that both of us could have made it to sound check on time. So Knight just took a BCD in mine, and you know, we went and whipped the shed. We had to blow it. We had to whip the show together real quick. But then, of course, I had to burn it on CD. Right. So which I wouldn't have had time to burn the CD to bounce the cool edit session, burn the CD, and make it on time. I would have been late. So I just went ahead and started burning the CDs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to make like 2 copies just in case some bullshit went down, right? I would make like 3 copies of the CD just in case some bullshit went down.
Yeah.
You know, of course, this is the era of the CDJ. So, as I'm like, you know, and a CD would take, you know, back then, these motherfuckers was burning CDs on Nero and shit. So that used to take about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I remember that shit. Nero.
Nero. And
damn, he took me back with that shit.
Yeah, we ain't even had a 52 speed joint yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't even the 52 speed yet. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever was before the 52 speed. Motherfucking
Word.
So I had to wait. You know what I'm saying? And I needed to burn at least 2 or 3, at least 2 copies. So that took an hour. So I just gave Ninth a beat CD. I just gave Ninth a beat tape and was like, here. And him and Boog went and did the sound check for me while I was waiting on the CDs to burn. Next thing I know, I forget whose phone he called me from. He called the house and he was like, yo, Master Ace heard your beats, man. He wants a beat CD from you. You want to burn another CD? Oh, shit. All right. He was like, yo, Master Ace was here, sound check. He heard your beats. He want to fuck with you. I was like, what? All right.
That's crazy.
So I had to burn another beat CD. And then, we went out there. We knocked out the show. I watched his show. It was him and Strick was his hype man. It was Master Ace. And this was like during Disposable Arts time. So he was touring. Yeah, he was touring the Disposable Arts album. And man, I met him and Strick that night. And you know, after the show, man, I walked up to him. You know, I introduced myself. I handed him the CD. He told me I was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I pulled the guru. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know, I gave him a pound. I kept moving.
You ended up doing something on you ended up doing something on Long Hot Summer, right?
Yeah, a month later. That was the night. That was the night. So, you know, I gave him the CD. The grind was on that beat. The beat for the grind was on that CD. So yeah, all I did was I want to say probably like a month or some change later, he called me. He called the house that me and Knife was staying at, and he was like, yo, man, you know, I'm using this beat. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. And, you know, here's my address. I had to snail mail him a CD with the stems in it.
Snail mail? He said snail mail him a CD. Good night.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, times have really changed. Yeah, times has really changed.
It was either that or Amy. It was either that.
Right. Damn.
Wow, he brought up Amy.
What's crazy is he's taking me back there. Yeah. He's taking me back there. Like,
you gotta
word.
I was the baby of the crew back then. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was the youngest member of the Justice League at 23.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was 23. Yeah, I turned 40 next month. September. Yeah, see.
You know what I'm saying?
Milestone birthday this shit.
So
yeah. I guess thank goodness for those slow speaking birds.
Right. And then it was like a year later. I had my second trip to New York. Was it my first or second trip to New York? I don't remember. It was it was like either my first or second trip to New York, man. I went I went and met him, and he actually handed me the check for the joint. So that was my first rap check.
Word, that's what's up. Mm-hmm. Yo, shout out Master Ace. Yeah, I'm trying to get him on the show too, because I found out he was a comic book fan as well, Marvel fan and stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and we're gonna get into that with you as well too, Khrysis, because and I know how I noticed that you were into Marvel and shit. I seen I forget. I think it was on YouTube. You were in the studio, and there was like a Marvel poster in the background. I said, "Oh, this nigga dig Marvel." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I was like, "Yeah, he's digging the Marvel."
It was most likely in Ninth Studio, and he had
that's probably what it was.
That whole shit, yeah, it was the whole.
It had all the characters on. The whole squad.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly.
Yep. Yeah, that's the first time I knew. I was like, oh shit.
I'm new. I'm still a little new to this though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still like talking with Pete about like, okay, who's this? Who's that? Who's this? You know what I'm saying? So, doing my own research when the joints come up. So I'm not gonna say I'm more of a casual fan. I'm not a hardcore deep dive. into the joints fan, but you know, I have respect for it and I do enjoy it. I enjoy what I'm seeing. I'm interested to see where this low key thing is going, man. That shit look dope, man. Especially they're playing with one of my favorite things on this show, which is time. You know what I'm saying?
Time. Oh yeah, that definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the past 2 years, I've been playing. I started doing like weird counts in my beats, and it started really getting me to think about how time works and what time really is to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you rock that shit smoothly, you can add an extra bar and nobody will notice.
Right,
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah, I know. I noticed that a lot with your production. It's like it's still a dope swing to it, but at the same time, you know it's not synchronized or nothing like that. And one other producer I can think of that was top notch in that is Dilla. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have that same flair to your production.
But the bar count thing is a Q-tip thing. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Let me get that.
Tip too.
Q-tip was the bar count guy, because you know what I'm saying. Like, how long did it take people to realize that electric relaxation was like 3 or 6 bars or some wild shit?
Right. True that. True.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to say Drink Away the Pain was like a 6-bar loop or something like that. No, your cats didn't really notice.
Right.
I was gonna ask you too about about new equipment. Like, how long does it take you to get acquainted with a new like a new drum machine? Like, do you have like a default setting that you go into to get comfortable, or do you kind of just approach every new piece of equipment differently?
Let's see. I know with machine, it depends. It really depends on what it is. But you know what? I'm a lot faster now than what I used to be. Now that I understand frequency.
Yeah.
Because I made probably like 5 beats. My first night of really deep diving in Koala, I made like 4 or 5 beats in one night.
Oh damn!
Okay. Yeah, just I did it. One night I finally, cats kept hitting me about Koala, and then I had an insomniac night and just laid in the bed and made like 5 beats.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Yeah, right. He's just chilling from that beat. He's like chilling.
It's the same thing because it's 2 beats on the Jericho Jackson album that I did on back on Jericho Jackson time, man. I had an iPhone 4S.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I did Thank You and Cuffing Season in my phone with the IMPC app.
Wait a minute, what? You did it with the app? Because I remember that. The IMPC.
Yeah, not the iPad version either, and not 2.
No.
I did it on 1.
Not the iPad version. That's what I thought you were talking about. The iPad.
Nah, I did it on a 4S.
That's crazy.
Damn, that is fucking crazy. That's
my
wild.
whole ass 4S.
Damn, that's great. Yeah, that's wild.
I have a follow-up question to that though. So, are all modern drum machines created equal? And if not, which ones stand out to you and why?
Machine is definitely the easiest.
Okay,
that's my nickname for him too. War Machine Plus. War Machine Plus.
You would.
War Machine Plus. That's his weapon of choice.
Yeah, Machine Plus is my weapon of choice, man.
Nice.
I'll never go back to making beats on a computer if I can help it.
Okay, yeah.
I like staying out of the computer and just, staying within the software of the machine and staying within the confines of outboard gear. Because, there's nothing like it for me. For me, there's nothing like it because it's really easy for me to do on the fly type shit because I ain't got to sit here and, I ain't got to plug up a whole bunch of shit and wait for the program to load. Nah, I just plug it in, turn it on, dump a sample in there, bang it out, boom. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. It's more fulfilling.
Like I said, during that pandemic, man, I jumped all the way. I did a deep dive into my ASR 10 in a way that I never had.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I would like to say within a week, within 2 weeks, I was able to get my muscle memory down.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? But once I got the muscle memory cracking, it took within another 2 weeks, I was able to get the mixing down right. But then I started I started, you know, doing a whole lot of research, and I ended up finding a SCSI board for it, installing it myself, and then I found out about this. I ended up finding about this hard drive emulator. I discovered somebody called the Guy in Florida, where this guy here, he knows how to make zip drive emulators for SCSI for all all Ensoniq products. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
They call him the Guy in Florida. They call him the Guy in Florida. Like, you know, ASR 10 kind of got its own like little community and everybody that, you know, everything, you know, because you got the, you know, you got 4Rad out in LA, and then you got the Asian guy. They call him Asian guy. He's the repair dude. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And then you got the guy in Florida.
The guy in Florida. That's dope, though.
Yeah. He makes emulators. He makes emulators, SCSI drives for ASR 10s. Come to find out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ended up calling him to try to get some tips. The first phone call didn't go too well. The second phone call, we was able to iron everything out and, you know, figure out what's what. But turns out, man, he made like a custom one for D'Angelo.
Oh wow!
I was talking with him. He barely knew who D'Angelo was, and I'm like, "You did what?" For who? I'm like, "You did what?
Wow.
For who?" He's like, man, some guy, man, took him 10 years to make an album. I don't know why.
It took him 10 years to make an album.
And I'm looking at my phone like, what are you saying?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's funny.
Wow, that's funny. Damn.
With you, Khrysis.
I was like, yo. Woo, man, I was freaking out. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, no, you good.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, Rick.
I can't hear Rick.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're low. Yeah, you're low.
Something's covered up.
How about now?
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay, word. Okay. I consider you being part of one of the best production teams, the planet, which includes yourself, Ninth Wonder, the Son of Uriel, Slice Meister, and Eccentric.
Okay.
Out of all you guys, which one of those producers? I'm gonna exclude Ninth, and I'm sorry, and Big Dub. I'm gonna exclude Ninth though. Which one of those producers made a beat that you were like, damn, I wish I made that?
Uriel and Eccentric. It was between Uriel and Eccentric for sure.
And do you remember what songs they were? I remember a few songs Uriel did. I know a few songs Uriel they got out, and as well as Eccentric.
It was an old Sean Dawn record that Uriel made. Fuck You Pay Me.
Yes, yeah. Sean Dawn,
Fuck You Pay Me. Uriel made that beat, and that shit was I was like, yo, fire. And then it was some beat. It was a beat that, it's like a handful of beats that Eccentric made, because Eccentric was next level. Like, he was kind of above all of us at one point. Like, he was pulling the kind of tricks that I'm pulling back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was figuring out that he was a whiz kid on that shit. So, yeah, shout out to Eccentric.
From my understanding, he was the one that started with Fruity Loop.
It's hard to call because I was on Fruity Loops before I knew him. Before I even knew these guys existed, I was already on. But the person that put me on the Fruity Loops was he goes by I don't know what he goes by, but you remember I don't know what he goes by now, but back in the day, you guys know him as Nove from the Allies.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, check this out. Me and Nove went to college together in Winston, Salem State. And he's the one that put me on the Fruity Loops back in 2000. And I was running a demo version of Fruity Loops 2, where, you know, all I could do was make the beat and bounce it. I couldn't save it. So, and, you know, back then, you know, I didn't know what the fuck so I didn't even know what the fuck stems was. Nothing. I was just making beats, bouncing them, And then Ninth actually came, when I bumped into Ninth, I want to say in the last semester of the school year. In the final semester, I've been sitting in my room making beats, and you know, at this point, you know, I'm in my routine. I'm like, you know, I'm about to forget to eat, because you know, you going to HBCU, that calf close, you short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you short. Yeah,
you short. So, I went to, you know, I looked up, I saw what time it was, I saw the calf was about to close. So I started making my way across the parking lot. I don't know how familiar you guys are with Winston-Salem State, but of course I was staying in Brown Hall. You got Brown Hall, then you got the parking lot, the gym is on your right, the street is on your left, and then the student union is right in front of you, right? And the CAF is on the left side of the student union. I'm making my way across the parking lot, and I ran into Ninth. After a year of after I met him, Shondon introduced me right after I graduated high school. I left for the summer, came back, did a whole year of school, and then bumped into him in that parking lot the next year, almost at the end of the school year. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I just happened to run into him, and I'm like, "Yo, you still making beats? Yeah, you still making beats? Yeah." I never made it to the cab.
Right.
I never made it.
Wow.
So, but then he saw what I was doing. He wasn't even using Fruity Loops quite yet. So he saw what I was doing. He was like, you know what? I got a homeboy that's using this, and he's actually really nice. He has a full version of it. I'm gonna pass it to you. So he came to me. He came back about 2 weeks later. He came to my dorm, dropped off a full copy of Fruity 3, and it was off to the races. I don't remember. I think he got it from Eccentric, either Eccentric or Yorel. I don't remember. I want to say he got it from Eccentric.
Okay.
I would like to say that. So So I don't know who was first, me or Eccentric. I don't know.
Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. I know I was familiarized with it. The first time I had ever heard of Fruity Loops was really between you and Eccentric. I didn't even really know Ninth was using Fruity Loops till like much later. I wasn't even sure what he was using, but when I started hearing the name itself, Fruity Loops, it was between yourself and Eccentric. And matter of fact, I'm sorry, and also Von P was also telling me about Fruity Loops. This is back on the OK Player chat days.
Right. Well, it was crazy because I want to say after that, probably about 3 to 6 months after that, he came to me and was like, "Yo, I finally made a beat on Fruity Loops," and that beat ended up being a third day record. Third day. That beat ended up being a third day record. But then I want to say, after I got back, you know, I had to skip town again, and then I came back.
Damn it,
went back to Winston-Salem. I had to do something for the summer. You know, I joined. I joined the military. I was in the military, so I had to do. I was a split op. So you know, the first summer after high school, I went to basic, and then I did my school year, and then the second summer I did the AIT. So I did that for AIT, came back, got my computer back and all of that shit, started making beats again, got back in touch with Ninth, and he was like, "Yo," he gave me a CD, and that was the CD that had Speed on it.
Okay.
And that's when yo, I'm fucking with these niggas. That's when I was like, yo, I'm fucking with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the niggas I want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it was no disrespect to the cats that I was rolling with, but you know, the cats that I was rolling with, they was kind of going down the wrong path. Niggas wanted to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas looked up to the Locks and shit like that. So, you know, they wanted to rap, but I think they were more concerned about living what they were rapping rather than actually rapping.
Right. Which seems to be happening a lot nowadays too. So
Yeah. So,
You know what I mean?
no disrespect to, to people,
No,
to
there's
the
no
lives or
disrespect
nothing
at
like
all.
that. But, there was a mentality that came with, certain listeners, you know what I'm saying? Or certain, certain folks, especially at that age, we're like 18, you know what I'm saying? So, you had to be, when you're 18, you gotta be what you're rapping about, you know what I'm saying? So me in the case, I was, in my case, I'm more about the music. I want to be with the people who's worried about the music. Fuck all this other shit. Let's make some music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
right.
And then, I knew these were the cats that was like, okay, yeah, we want to make this music. I heard Speed for the first time back in 2001, and I kept running that song back. I just kept running that song back, and I was floored because he played. Yeah, it had that on it. It had another. What else was on there, man? Speed was on there. I want to say Pest was on. Pest by Cesar Comanche was on it. That was produced by Big Dog. What else was on there, man? Okay. There was a group called Pearl Handle that was on there. And let me tell you,
I remember Pearl Handle.
So you know who Pearl Handle is?
I remember him. Yeah, it's been
in that group. No, do you know who was in that group?
No, who was in Pearl Handle?
All right, so it was two MCs and then a third member that was an MC and a producer. So it was one MC. His name was Mike Proof. There was another MC. His name was Buddy Klein. All right, and I don't know if you remember him.
I remember. I know Buddy. Right. I know Buddy.
He ended up getting signed to. He ended up signing to Vin Diesel when Vin Diesel started his rap label.
Oh damn!
And did that.
Yeah.
And did that. Yeah. And did that movie. He did a movie that had Lorenz Tate Superhead in it. Okay. And he ended up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Vin Diesel did a movie and like Lorenz Tate was his co-star and Superhead was like Lorenz Tate's wife in that movie. And I forget what it's called. I want to say it's called like A Man Apart or some shit.
Shit! Yeah, I remember that movie.
So Buddy Klein was like ended up being Vin Diesel's artist for a little bit. All right, third member. Let's get to the third member. The third member was Black Jeru's.
Black Jeru's. I know Black Jeru's.
Black Jeru's. He ended up going on to be a producer. He ended up getting signed to G Unit through Shy Money and Cell, and he did that record for Busta Rhymes and Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Oh shit. Okay.
On the Big Bang. Right. So they was on this. They was on the CD, and it was The Righteous Way to Go was on that CD. And then it was another song that Fonte did, a solo record that Fonte. Too Late by Fonte. That
was on the original. That was on the original Dream Merchant joint.
Something like that. I want to say it was. Yeah, it was. But that was on the CD that Nike gave me back in like 2001. Leading up after that, I done fucked around. I was running with them cats, man. We all got busted for selling weed, and I had to go. My pops had to come bail me out. I'm like 20. I spent my 20th birthday in fucking jail, trying to got busted selling weed.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So I so my pop came and bailed me out. I had to move back to. I moved back to Durham. I moved back in with him. He went and found me a job at his spot where he was working at. And then I want to say there was a Friday night. It was a random ass Friday night, and every Friday, Duke University had a hip hop show on their radio station. So
yes, sir.
I tune in one night and I hear this really, really dope record by an MC that I didn't know, and I'm like, yo, this shit sound crazy, man. This sound like some shit P would do. And then lo and behold, the song, I wait for the song to cut off. All right, the name of the song, I forgot the name of the song, but it was a Def Con. You remember who Def Con? Y'all remember Def Con?
Yes, sir.
You know who that was?
Yeah, Def Con.
That's Boog.
That was Boog, right. So, it was a Def Con record,
yeah.
and then goddamn, DJ comes on and is like, yo, what's going on? It's Ninth Wonder, da. You just heard Con such and such produced by me. And I was nuts. So I waited for him to go back and play the music, and I called the station. I'm like, yo, peace, me, I'm back. He's like, word, I just moved back to Raleigh. I was like, word, I just moved back to Durham. Man, he was like, all right. So we exchanged numbers real quick. I called him. He was staying with KinCee at the time. So I called over at KinCee house. And the next day, I want to say probably like a week, maybe like a week or some change later. And that night he had, I want to say a couple nights later, man, he had Fonte. Fonte was actually living around me, lived like probably 10 minutes away from my parents' house. So he came and scooped me up from my parents' crib. We went out to Raleigh, went to Missy Ann. That was my first night in Missy Ann. And that's when I met Boog, Doe, KinCee. I met Pooh and Tay when I was still in high school. I had already knew Sean Don. I met Sean Don when I was in high school. And that night they were working on Home from the Listening album, the Home interview.
Right.
Damn.
So that was my first night hanging out with the Justice League.
What's good, y'all? It's Khrysis on the boards with the heat. Jammers the squad, so counsels the sound. I just linked up with Wax Cartel, man. We about to drop this new drum pack, Warning Shots 2. Let's check it out, man. All right, so my process for picking drums is, it's pretty organic, you know what I'm saying? I use modern technology, but it's in the same tradition of like digging for records, you know what I'm saying? I look for drum breaks. I try to find either clean sounds or something, something that's slightly dirty. I'm looking for certain textures. I'm looking for a certain knock. I like my drums to breathe. I like to have a little ring to it. If they have a little hang time to it, I like them to sound live almost. You know what I'm saying? I want it to really sound like you almost got a drummer in the booth.
Block to the comic shop.
Okay out there in Marvel Land, face front, this is Stan Lee speaking. You've probably never heard this before, so anything is liable to happen.
This your boy Frank Nitt, and I'm telling all y'all to subscribe to the Hip Hop Marvels podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Hip Hop Marvels, we got it locked from the block to the comic shop. You know what it is. Let's go.
Shout out, Boog too, man. I just want to put that out there. Shout out Sean Boog too, man. I recently saw that national anthem is 16 years old this year, man. Yeah, that's a great beat. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to ask Khrysis, you happened to bring up Third Day, and I remember back in the day I went to a music conference and you guys were giving out CDs. Were you ever really a part of Third Day? Because the CD I got, I think it was Perfection Experiment 1.
I was.
And you guys had a picture. You guys were in an underground parking lot.
Okay, so yes, I was at first. So me and Slack went to church together. So that's how me and him knew each other. I didn't, and at the time, and then he did introduce me to Gun. He introduced me to Gun. He brought Gun to we was doing one of them after school church things. I forgot what it was, junior church. Every Wednesday night after the kids choir, after youth choir, we would be a junior church. So he brought him to junior church, and that's when I first met him and started rhyming and stuff or whatever. And I didn't see Slack again until I went to WXDU one night. I went to XDU one night with Ninth, and they pulled up rapping as a group. And then I just started, I wasn't quite in the Justice League yet. I wasn't in the Justice League. I didn't become a member of the Justice League until after the away team was formed. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah, so I just, I was making music with them, and it kind of wasn't going. We was having creative differences. I'm not gonna front. So I was making music with them, and then after a while, it started floating. And me and Boog started kind of got into a groove, and they was starting to graduate. They was getting ready to graduate high. They was still in high school at the time.
Okay.
All of them was still in high school at the time. They were like, I want to say maybe like 2 years behind me. So yeah. So it was like trying to get with them was a little hard, and next thing I know, they getting ready to go to college and all of that stuff. So, of course they're not even going to be around. So, it kind of just grew into me and Boog working together, and them going their own way. They all kind of, they all left for school, and so by that time it was just like, all right, well, this is me and Boog now. So
I remember that particularly. Those are some of the first beats that I remember hearing from you that were by Khrysis.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Right. Yeah. Same
like
here.
I said, I had the CD. I had the PX1 CD. So that was like my first real hearing you.
Wow.
As far as your beats and your style, and I think it was only yourself, Nicolay, and Ninth only produced on PX1. I could be wrong.
Yes, because they had
you three.
Because the record that broke them on OK Player was the Nicolay's one.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, so I'll be wrong to not talk about this. You dropped. I mean, it seemed like you was with the smoke. You dropped Hour of Khrysis on 420, and
I'm totally with that type of smoke.
Right. I knew it when when it was announced. It said, when it was announced 420, he was dropping 4. I said, oh shit, Khrysis with all the smoke. But I want to get into the album, before we get out of here. Okay. Because like I said, like I mentioned earlier, like lately you've been on a hell of a run. I mean, Yo. I'm gonna ask bruh straight up. What the hell took you so long? He should have been had a compound. I'm just saying.
Word. Yo, word. Real shit. Word. I had to grow the fuck up.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I had to grow the fuck up. I mean, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to, I'm not gonna lie, like, the situation got a little messy. You know what I'm saying? So, the situation got messy. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand my own power. Let's do this. All right, let's do this. You know how motherfucking, all right, in the movie, Deadpool, they put that nigga in the chamber. He damn near died. Then he popped out. He's a little deformed, but now he got a superpower. I had to go through that shit.
Oh, damn it, man! Word. That's good. I
had to go through that
fast analogy, man.
I had to go through that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through that whole pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, going with a crew that shoots straight to the top like that, the way Ninth and Little Brother did, it comes with certain spoils. That shit comes with spoils that you may not understand until you start seeing this shit, how shit is supposed to be done. The nigga skipped hella steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, granted they came out on top, but like, the way they shot up, the trajectory, they shot up so damn fast, they ended up skipping a hella steps. That, or maybe they did or maybe they made certain steps, or maybe, they had certain privileges that, other new artists didn't have. You know what I mean? So I had to go through, I had to find out and then you got to think too, man, like the landscape of the game has changed drastically, especially during between now and 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And we coming from North Carolina, and we still live in North Carolina. Like, like the game had to change. The game was going through a change, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, we going from, so it was a lot of stuff that got mixed up, and it was very discouraging. I'm not gonna lie, I was discouraged. You know what I'm saying? For a long time. There was a point in time, I want to say probably back in 2013, I quit. Like, I quit on the album. I was just like, you know what? I got rappers here. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep making beats here, man. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. fuck this album. You know what I'm saying? I'd gotten to that point. And then, you know, me and Knife kind of got into it one night, man, and he spoke life back into me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got on my case and spoke life into me. I'm not even gonna lie. And that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and try to finish this album. So, you know, I sat for a couple of months and, you know, I was going through kind of a hard time. I was in a tight spot. And finally, I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna finish this album. And then, you know, Knife came to me last year. And he sat us all down and was like, all right, look, I'm getting a release schedule together. You are guaranteed a spot on the schedule. So I was like, all right, cool. So I took the album that I had put together, just started doing some re-ups, you know what I'm saying, started revamping, and I looked up, you know, one day I looked up and saw how many songs I had just laying around that were kind of all in the same vein, sonically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I finally just sat down, buckled down, put it together. And so I want to say by the time the pandemic hit, I was probably about 80% done with the record already.
Damn.
Wow.
You know? So, you know, after that, it was just, you know, get your weight up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I spent the year getting my weight up. You know, that's when I ran into, you know, me and Buster started having a relationship, you know what I'm saying, that started forming up. You know, Pharaoh, I just got off tour with Cyrock. You know, me and Evidence, man, we got songs laying around that's just laying around, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Chi Lee record,
you and
Boog? That shit was just laying around. Boog had retired, actually. So, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That album, there's songs on that album that are up to like 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like Be Alright is about 10 years old. Be Alright might be 11 years old.
11 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, that song, I did that song.
No, the way you put that shit together.
Yeah.
Bro, the way you put that shit together.
I did Never Change in probably like 2011, 2012 maybe.
Damn. That's blowing my mind right now. Like,
yeah. So a lot of those records was made between 2011 up until Buster was the last person to turn his verse in, and he turned his verse in about a week before the motherfucker I turned the album into Empire.
Oh wow.
Damn. That's crazy.
So how do you approach things where it doesn't sound dated? You just go for your own sound and that's it? Like, it doesn't sound like it's...
I don't know. I was just doing what I do. That's the crazy shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at, I'm going to make a timeless album. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make something dope that I know that just me as a fan of hip-hop would be of contribution to the culture. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know what I'm saying, as a fan of hip hop, you know, and then, you know, as an individual, maybe some money in the end. But as a fan of the culture, you know, of course I gotta eat and be a grown ass. I gotta be a grown ass man and eat. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, if I'm gonna eat off of something, it's gonna be something that's gonna last. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go into it with that. In, you know, I wanted to make some of the best music that I could make. I wanted to put at least the core of what I do out there, because I ain't even, you gotta think too, man, I ain't even go through all my styles on this album. I just stuck to one style on this album mostly, just so I
peeped that. Yeah,
I mostly stuck to one style for this project, mostly. For the simple fact that when I do another album, I'll have somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be a growth process. You know, you gotta think too, man. Like, I done learned how to mix. I done had to mix and produce a live band and all of this shit. So by that time, so, you know, it was really just me getting chops. It really was just me getting my chops up and just becoming Khrysis. You know what I'm saying? Transitioning from Christopher Tyson into Khrysis on the Boys with the Heat and really truly being Khrysis. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a hold of it. And then being able to balance out the two sides of myself mentally, you know what I'm saying, and physically and life-wise. So that's what took me so long. I just had to grow the fuck up.
Did you learn how to master stuff on your own, or sorry, my bad. I'm saying did you learn how to mix and master stuff like on your own, or did someone show you? Did you have to go to school, or you just like jumped in there and learned it like trial by fire kind of thing? Like, how did you do that?
Definitely was trial by fire.
Okay.
Definitely trial by fire, looking over people's shoulders, picking up pointers from Guru, watching over, like, watching people like Terrace Martin and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, when like a Terrace Martin would come in, and then looking at old sessions, and or, you know, seeing sessions that people, you know, when we're getting features, and I'll be like looking over their sessions or whatever, going through their settings and seeing what they do, seeing what they was looking for. You know, Terrace Martin really helped me learn about frequency. I really started paying attention to frequency after I met Terrace Martin, and then you know, Guru, just kind of just knowing what to look for and understanding how textures work. I started really paying attention to what Guru was doing, and then I started A/B and stuff. Like, I would listen to how my beat sound, and I would listen to a Dre record, and I would listen to my beat again, and I would go back and listen to a Dilla mix, and I'll go back again, and I'll listen to a Knots mix, I'll go back again and listen to another mix, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, this is how I want shit to sound. I just got to figure out. It doesn't matter if I'm working on tape or phone or my Pro Tools. Whatever I do, I have to be able to create that sound. Or something similar to it, you know what I'm saying, or something that's Knox, you know what I'm saying. So, I be able to shape the sound that I want to make, that's still crispy and still, you know what I'm saying, give you that feeling.
Yeah. Right.
It was a lot of.
How did the Conway connection come in? Because I tell, there's a lot of cats down here that are into Griselda, and then I tell them, I'm like, dude made that beat in North Carolina, and they lose their fucking mind. So,
well, first of all, where you at?
I live in Durham, but I'm back home in Fayetteville now.
Oh wow, that's dope. Gold City, that's dope.
Yeah. But like I said, I went to college up there. Like I said, that's how I came across you guys. I would hear like how you said like huh?
You went to Central?
No, I went to St. Aug.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Down the street.
I was at St. Aug, and I'm pretty sure you're old enough to remember. I was at St. Aug. They were ahead of me, but Yak Fu Front was going there, as well as God, I can't believe it. Trends of Culture.
Oh, Trends of Culture? Wow.
Yeah, they went to St. Aug. Lords of Underground were at Shaw.
They were Shaw. Matter of fact, you watched the Here Come the Lords video. That's in Shaw.
Yes, sir.
They shot Here Come the Lords of Shaw. You know, it's crazy because when Twitter started popping up, man, Damage actually hit Boog up and was like, "Yo, you just in Yak Fu, bro? On blah blah." You know what I'm saying? Now, he was cool about it though.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Nah, Damage still be running around out here. I think Jingle ended up moving back to Virginia, but Damage still be around here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Popping up, doing whatever.
Yeah. Scotty Rock from the Scotty birthday party a couple of weeks ago, and all the guys came back. You know, Assassin was DJing out there at the time, but all of Yak Fu came back for the party and things like that. But that's how I came across you guys. I would get like random CDs, and I would have like the Busy Signals, Lower Thirds, you know, Median, like guys like I had no idea.
I remember Lower Thirds. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
I do remember that.
Omatati, Will Brown,
Thaahum. You remember Thaahum, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Together you find unity. I still have the Spinfinity CD.
Yeah, I remember them cats, man. That shit was crazy.
You know, so as far as I was concerned, North Carolina always had the history, always had the talent. We always had the. At one point, I'm feeling like we got WX, we got Little Brother, we got Dissy, we got Duel the Iron Mike, we got this. I'm like, who the hell needs?
And you had Straight from the Crate. Too.
Yes, you did.
90.7. 90.7. Straight. I found Straight from the Crate first. Then I found Duke, and then I found out about D Cutter Estate.
Right. I was into I was into Trey Black, if you remember him, rest in peace. He was DJing on State Station, you know, along with DVS and who else was on State Station at the time? I was
DJ
in college,
Resident.
and I just yes, thank you, DJ Resident.
Who
was also a part of Lower Thirds.
Okay. Yes, Resident was nasty. He was like a white primo. That shit was crazy.
He was get a white primo.
He was, man. Because like, and he was like the only nigga at the time that I knew that had an MPC. And was rocking it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you got to think too, man. Around that time, You know, this is you know, everybody started making Rockefeller beats. He started his guns.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. The sped up samples and
right.
You know.
Right.
I mean, speaking of samples, when you go to a record store, do you go in with a particular need, or you go see like where the experience takes you when you look for a record?
I used to go in and just, you know, tear up the soul section. But then, you know, as time went on, I started branching out a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Especially within like the past 10 years, I started looking through all types of different records. So I, you know, especially started messing around in the rock section a lot more. Excuse me, the digital, you know, the new age section, you know, the folk section. You know, I just started messing around. I started branching out a lot more as I went on. To answer your question about Conway, well, I mean, apparently, okay, I had first met Gunn and Conway at a festival at the what's the name of the festival that Rhyme Sayers do?
Soundset.
Oh,
Soundset.
Yeah,
I went to Soundset. I went to Soundset with Rapsody, and I flew out to Soundset with Rapsody, and after her show, I went to the you know, she went to the big mainstream stage. You know, Evidence and everybody was over at the other stage, so I wanted to go see my friends at the other stage. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I went to the underground stage to go rock with Evidence real quick, just to go say what up. And I want to say, Westside and Conway were just getting off stage, and that was the night. Matter of fact, Westside Gunn went and made the Evidence joint that night.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So, but nah. So yeah, you know, I met Soul Messiah and Cyrock that night too. That same night. So I went to the other stage, and it was like, oh yeah, there go Westside Gunn. So I just walked up on them and introduced myself, like, yo, what's going on? They knew who I was already, which is dope. So I was just like, yeah, what's going on? Such and such. We just all exchanged numbers and just kind of all kept in touch since then. And then when I want to say the year after, me and Elzar was on the Jericho tour, and of course we had a stop in Buffalo. So you know, I hit West that night, and I want to say Elzar hit Conway. I hit West and Benny. So, and then Elzar hit Conway. So we all just went to where Conway was working, and that's how we got that's how we ended up making
Machine and McQueen.
Machine and McQueen. Yeah, we made Machine and McQueen together that night.
That joint is
just like that. Dope. Just like that. Y'all made like that night.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we made it. Yeah, we made it just like that. And then I want to say, you know, of course, a couple of years later, I want to say after that, you know, I was just sending beats off, man. And then next thing I know, he did a Proud of Me record. I just wanted you to be proud on EIF2. And then, you know, and then I got off tour. And then when I got off tour, and the pandemic hit, I went crazy making beats. I want to say in that April, he asked me for a pack. And then I want to say and then October.
I already know where you go with it, because I
was at the barbershop. Nigga, I'm in the barbershop, waiting in line, ready to get this line up. Just got a fresh request. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you know. Don't go off. Some shit said Jesus Khrysis. I thought it was just a working title. I thought it was just a working title because I was like, he's not really gonna call this, but he went off. That motherfucker, the little announcement came up, and that's the song he used. And then I look on the track list and be like, oh shit, he kept that as the name. My name was on the track. That's crazy.
It was on the track list. That's crazy. Yeah, that was wild. I thought that was a dope nod to you. And then at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, because Conway is I mean, arguably he's like one of the top MCs out right now. So to have him like pay homage to you on that track was crazy.
I was not expecting that, man. And it just let me know what he really thought about me, man, as far as my talent. And it kind of put in perspective for me. It was like, oh shit, like niggas really think of me like this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Right.
And it was perfect timing because I had Ninth just gave me the word that my album, my album was probably supposed to come out last year, but things started happening and slowed everybody down. So that slowed us up probably by like 2 months. So it's a few events during the summer that happened that definitely slowed it, that knocked us back, that knocked the whole team back about 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So once we was all getting our bearings back, that shit happened. That shit was right on time, though, because I was probably 2 songs away from finishing my album at the time.
Wow.
Well, you bring up the label situation and everything. I have to ask you, what is the status of Jamla? I mean, you guys were on a roll. We had so we bring it back actual proof. We bring it back to Soul Council.
The Soul Council.
Okay.
Come on.
I ain't heard nothing from Amp. I ain't heard nothing from Pretend. I ain't heard you. The only person I heard something from. And Ninth. Really? Be honest.
We just added soundtrack too.
Yeah. Yo, congrats on that too.
And you forgetting about Knots. I don't know how you did that.
Knots. Yeah.
I didn't. No. I ain't forget about Knots. Hell, I ain't forget about High Tech because I knew High Tech was rolling with y'all too. Yeah. High Tech was rolling with y'all for a minute too.
For a minute, I'm not sure exactly. I don't even know what happened with the High Tech situation. To be honest with you. So I don't really know. That's my team. The doors is open. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really count them out, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I don't have any words to say about it. It's not my call. It's not for me to talk about. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Okay. The people just want to know, man. Like I said, you guys want a major role. A major role. Yeah. As far as the label. Not saying you guys aren't still putting in work, because obviously you are. But it was just a curiosity.
Eric G been going crazy. And E. Jones. He been going crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now E. Jones. Now honestly, I have to get more into E. Jones. I know E. Jones is kind of like y'all main R&B guy. I've heard the stuff he's done with Heather Victoria. But I'm a hip hop head, bro. I'll be looking for the bangers. I ain't gonna front.
Because he did songs with he did records with Kweli, David Bell, Eric G did that record with Mac Miller, 2009.
Yeah.
That was Eric G.
But
but what, man?
How did he?
Yeah, I gotta get there. Come on, man. But what?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I put it like this, and I'm sure you know that you are the leader. You are the leader of the pack, pretty much. Beat wise, you are the leader. You are the leader of the pack. You are the leader of the pack.
Ninth is the leader, brother. I'm gonna tell you that Ninth is definitely the leader. You know what I'm saying? That's his whole brainchild. Everything that you see right now is part of Ninth's plan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Hey, there's no problem. There's absolutely no problem with Ninth being Shaq and you being Kobe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's impossible because I'm the younger one. Well, now hold on. God damn it! All right, fine. Because I gotta ride for mine. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, for sure. And Ninth
I'm not knocking it, bro. But just understand this.
What's up?
Cats like yourself. I actually compare you to two cats you said who you admire. I compare you to Urel and Eccentric. If you know their beats, and it's a lot of people back in the day know their beats, you guys were capable. I mean, people used to call Urel, they thought he was going to be like the next RZA. I don't know if you remember that, but a lot of people felt like he was going to be like the next RZA.
I don't remember that. Well, you got to think too. I'm inside looking out, so I'm seeing everything that's happening across the board. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I see all the work that everybody's putting in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's busting their ass. You know what I'm saying? So, Jones put out them beat tapes, and then there's a Spice Adams. Spice Adams was using that Take 6 loop for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So
Spice Adams. Woo.
Yeah.
And I wanted to add too. I know Rick mentioned Shaq and Kobe or whatever, but I mean, Ninth has also came out on his own and said that Khrysis is like the better producer. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this, though.
He stated that himself.
No, he said that I was the better beat maker.
Beat maker, okay, that's what it was. You're right. Better beat maker.
Ninth was the better producer. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Ninth,
go. Right.
Ninth is more like a, you know what I'm saying? He's like a Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre type of cat. You know what I'm saying? All right, our dynamic would probably be more like a Quincy Jones, a Dr. Dre, a DJ Quick type. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would wear that more than I would wear Shaq and Kobe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I can actually agree with that, but most cats know in NC, I don't care if we talking about the scene in Winston-Salem. Shout out to Eagle and everybody else out there here in Fayetteville. Shout out to Black Watch, Greensboro. Shout out Daily Planet. Everybody in NC knows Khrysis can make you any kind of beat. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be hot. Get on it.
That's what's up.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, but before we get out of here, Khrysis, man, once again, I appreciate you taking time out, man.
Definitely, brother. Definitely.
It's been a long time coming, man. Like, a lot of people don't know, me and Khrysis, like, we go back, man. Like, back even when I was on my
back to the lawn,
right,
man. We go to the lawn.
Yeah,
the lawn.
Yeah, the lawn.
The lawn,
Word
man.
up. Word up.
Shout out to Comanche, man.
Yeah,
Word.
man.
Shout out Comanche.
Even back in my my mixtape days, in the mixtape circuit and whatnot. So, like I said, once again, I appreciate you coming through. Is there anything that any shout outs you want to make? Anything you want to
shout out to
put out there,
squad, man. Shout out to the Soul Council, man. Shout out to Wax Cartel, man. I just did a drum kit with Rap Cartel. So all you producers out there, man, just go grab my new kit, Warning Shots 2 from Wax Cartel. Shout out to the Cooley High crew, man. Shout out to shout out to my brother Nas. Shout out to the whole Soul Council. E. Jones, Eric G, Ninth Wonder, Amp, Cash Don't Make Beats. Shout out to Soundtrack, our newest member. He is crazy. Check him out.
Word, definitely.
Check him out.
Soundtrack. Where is he? Wait. Where is he from? Cause I've heard of somebody named Soundtrack before. Where's he from?
Oakland. He just won that Nautilus battle.
Okay.
He won like 2 ski battles in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely be tuned in then.
SNDTRAK.
SNDTRK. I hope the people got that, listeners.
Yeah. Check him out, man. He's the newest member of the squad, man. He's nuts. You thought I'm crazy? Shit. You think I'm crazy? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like, I had to calm down a little bit. One, because I'm getting older. Two, I had to get into learning how to make songs more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you listen to my beats. Like, I did. I was wilding when I was first making beats, but then, I didn't. In order to perfect myself, I had to know when to, Cyclops. You got to control them goggles. You got to learn how to control them Cyclops goggles. Cyclops is open his eyes, shit starts shooting everywhere, right?
It's shooting everywhere, yep.
But then you get the goggles, and then you learn how to control the goggles. You can be more precise. Right. So, I had to learn how to be more precise with my shit. You know what I'm saying? But, and you kind of lose a little bit when you're doing that. But, the fire is still there. But it's more of a controlled fire now, to where you can be more precise and hit your exact target. Now their Soundtrack is still out here wilding, and I love it.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Well, that. Oh yeah. When is the next Jericho Jackson? That was one of our. I mean, that made Dub and I's our top 10 albums of that year, bro. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just to be honest.
Listen was my shit.
Oh wow, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I
don't know when we're doing another album, but we are working. But me and Boog are working on another Ooowee team album.
Nice.
Okay, so he's coming out of retirement. Excellent.
That's what I was trying to get, but he kind of shut me down when he said he was retired. I said, okay, well.
No. He did. He retired for a little bit. But he just put out an EP last year.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Which is fire too. During the pandemic,
man, he went and bought a laptop, and he was asking me what he needed to do, and he stayed in the house and just he would record from his crib, send me stems, and that's how he ended up back on my album. I actually the Return record, that was actually supposed to be a record for the EP that he put out last year.
Right.
I was just like, yo, let me keep that one. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep that one because my album is coming. You know?
Well, he picked it back up like he never left though. So like,
yeah,
you tell him.
The first song. That was the
you
first
tell him.
song he did. That the Return is the first song he recorded in 8 years.
Damn,
Whoa.
I mean, but it sounds like he, you know what I'm saying? Like he never, you know, retired. Like he, you know, like he kept going all this time, which is dope. I think it's dope.
I can't believe it's been 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
9 considering, but yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And we're gonna get Boog on here too, man. You know, to chop it up with him as well. But yeah, like I said, man, once again, we appreciate you coming through, chopping it up with us. And we, Rick and I, we're watching, and definitely proud of everything that you've been accomplishing. And like I said, you're on a run. I know you don't show no signs.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm really just getting started. So, you're about to hear a lot more music from me within the next year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Definitely for sure. So
definitely looking forward to it, man. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Thanks for your time.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me too, man. Thank you for having me. Rick, man, I was just messing with you, man. Don't take personal.
Nah, he don't.
Oh, nah. I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping.
I was roasting on you a little bit. I just had to roast on you.
Yeah. I ain't tripping. I'll be honest with you. I got my own personal feelings since I've seen some of y'all come up. Like I said, I could see you guys out in public, and it wouldn't be no superstar shit or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to watch you guys grow, especially like I said, you were like the youngin', and everybody was like, yo, this young guy Khrysis. And like I said, I started getting those burn CDs. I'm like, shit. I said, dude, this from North Carolina? They used to tell me you was from New Jersey back then, but
I was born in New Jersey. I came down to North Carolina when I was like 4 though. But
that's why I said
I spent all my summers. I spent all my summers in New Jersey. So, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever,
But that's what cats were trying to tell me though. They're like, yo, that dude is banging. He ain't from North Carolina. He really from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's because
he can't be from North Carolina making shit like that.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
No, you said you had you said you had family in Trenton and shit too, right? Khrysis?
No, South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Yeah, South Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Wilbro and Burlington and shit like that. Beverly.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Burlington. Burlington was where I.
He know about Fort Dix and McGuire Air Force Base and shit like that.
Yeah, I know about Route 130.
Route 130 and shit. Yeah, Cherry Hill and all that shit.
Yeah.
Quaker Bridge Mall and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Back when Q102 used to play hip hop.
Yeah.
Word.
Q102.
Yeah.
Dude.
Q102. Yep.
Q Wiggity 102. Nigga, yeah, that shit.
Cause that's all we had. We had that, and of course Power 99 and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Power 99. Yeah. I was able to get Power 99 in Burlington.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said, Khrysis, because I remember that, that time we was chopping it up. I said, damn, everywhere you naming, that's where I got family at too. They like, so yeah, it was wild. Yep. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. We ain't gonna hold you up too long, man. I know, you get your day started.
Right.
Get your day started, man. I know it's late.
Right. No, I mean, like I said, I've been up since like 8 o'clock this morning, but started catching up with you. So,
catching up with you,
yeah.
But yeah, man, appreciate it, man.
I can't do it like I used to. For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. All
right, man. Have a great one.
You too.
Peace.
All right, peace.
One.
Dig this and dig it deep.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Yo, Sean Boogie's back. You know we keep shining. Khrysis, where you at, man? Yo, feel that shit. Yo, so smooth. Check Boogie Sean with this hoodie on, so fresh. Running through the streets as if he's homeless. The way it goes down, it makes no sense. When the shit drops, you best hold your head. You know what's going on here? A new movement, new music, rhymes so exclusive. We're taking off this year, we ain't coming down. Prove the saying wrong, so what's underground? I show respect once, so what if heads front? Fuck them, treat them like dead skunks. Expressing our addiction to rap. Shit, as Khrysis about to kick in the track. I've been listening to rap, wondering what's gone wrong. Peace to impact, my man Sean Dawn. To me, it beats life and rhyming, cause it's the shining feeling. Where the beats, the rhymes, the ones y'all love. We keep shining, 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 y'all. Where the sun's light come from up above. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're the ones that won't lie, bring the truth to y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're that new hip hop for the future, y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. I walk up so solid, no problems. Speak fluid, true and so honest. I never lie, never mind backstabbers. It's called hip hop platinum, the backpackers, middle grounders that feel this in your gut. The hard headed with their middle fingers up. I live to lift it up, give it up or lay down. Wrestle 4 figures and 3-point takedowns. We break ground like tree roots in live air. Stomp through Timberland boots and light ears. Strike fear in persistent ways, motherfuckers. Cause explicit pays. Exhibit ways that scares the paparazzi. Move at the speed of life, you can't stop me. Bright-minded rhyme attracts a blinded, cause it's the shining. Feel it, the beats, the rhymes, the ones y'all love. We keep shining, 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 y'all. Where the sun's light come from up above. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're the ones that won't lie, bring the truth to y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're that new hip hop for the future, y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. I shine for the world, right? Yeah, right. I shine for myself, cause I'm what the world like. I'm like a Benz, this track's your best friend. I'm here now, remain after the next trend. I press on when they tell me it's whack. I fuck a crowd up, then they give me the clap, yo. No one knows what the future holds, so pass the liquor, let your problems go. Lock and load, let the round off. 15 strong when the beat sound off. I'm bound to blast off for dudes that rap fast. I even got haters like, and yo, enough said, no need to bust lead. 16 bars and it's another one dead. And gone is shot from the way that he's rhyming. It's the shining. Fuck it, the beats, the rhymes, the ones y'all love. We keep shining, 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 y'all. Where the sun's light come from up above. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're the ones that won't lie, bring the truth to y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. We're that new hip hop for the future, y'all. We keep shining, 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 y'all. Shine on it, on it, on it, on it. Keep this moving from dusk until dawning. Until dawning, no doubt that's how we do it, y'all. Y'all know the game, know the name. It's y'all Boogie, y'all. Khrysis, y'all. And keep moving, y'all. And how you want it, we keep shining on it, on it, on. Keep it shining, the shining, the shining on. Come on, Sean Boogie, Justice League in the house of competition. You know that.
Locked from your block to the comic shop.
I ain't never gonna change. Pumping up the volume till it blow out your brain. Got your people asking, is the boy insane? I don't give a fuck, I tell them crazy, deranged. Ask me what I'm doing, it's the same old thing. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out them jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Yo, ha, here we go again. Run and tell your girl to ask your mama, tell a friend. It's the year of the hour. I'm here to devour. All you weed crews you lose, go hit the showers. Space Mountain Jays give a nigga superpowers. Like, look, ma, no seatbelts. Come see with the heat melts. Catch all the little details. Well, I pull it on retail. It's mine and I want it now. Everybody get down. Hands up high and give me what you got. Show me the money, ain't a damn thing funny. Suckers wanna try, but they can't take it from me. That's why they standing on the wall looking like a dummy. Steady crash testing, but you rockin' with that real thing, baby. I know it feel good to you, lady. She wanna know if I'ma do the same thing tomorrow. I told her hell yeah, then I bounced in the car like, I ain't never gon' change. Pumping up the volume till it blow out your brain. Got your people asking, is the boy insane? I don't give a fuck, I tell them crazy, deranged. Ask me what I'm doing, it's the same old thing. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out them jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Yo, yeah, there goes the neighborhood. Gon' bang your head on the wall like you know you should've better, yeah, that concrete slab. Back the fuck up off and catch a foot in your ass. Walk the straight and narrow for your soul get cast. Now think about it before you look at me and get mad. Cause niggas gonna look at you like that's your bag. Now go on pick it up, I can't do nothing for you, man. You need to understand, you gotta have a plan. Grind that thing out the best you can. I need to see grands in my hand. Nigga, I ain't playing. Gotta get it all on time with no delaying. Cause dropping these bombs give me the itchy palms. So I'ma do the same old thing. Say, the dropping these bombs give me the itchy palms. So I'ma do the same old thing. That's why I say, I ain't never gon' change. Pumping up the volume till it blow out your brain. Got your people asking, is the boy insane? I don't give a fuck, I tell them crazy, deranged. Ask me what I'm doing, it's the same old thing. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang. Banging out the jams, nasty than a glass of Tang.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Yes, Lord. I bet you feel so high, got your head in the cloud, but you still come around like, I seen what you started, I know what you promised, you're on and you're popping like, soon as you put your feet to the ground, I lace you with a packet, I allow some of that, was the same back then as you are now, let's hope you stick around, come on. Yeah, I see you shining, nigga, go and get yours. Say when you come around, and don't forget about me. Yeah, it's your world. I see you shining, nigga. Go get it. Make sure you see me when you touch down. I'm still
fresh
here.
out the bed in my slippers. All my niggas is niggas. Brush my teeth while I figure how to get up on these riches. Cause the actor is rented, and I need something more tinted. Hop in the whip and we been it. I call that whip Betty White. Old white thing, like money they countin', I see it. Broke as fuck, but we dreamin'. Out the window, I'm leaning. Get out my lane, and when I get it, ain't gon' change, my nigga. I'ma still be the same regular ass nigga talking that.
I bet you feel so high, got your head in the cloud, but you still come around like, I seen what you started, I know what you promised, you're on and you're popping like, soon as you put your feet to the ground, I lace you with a packet, I allow some of that. It's the same back then as you are now. Let's hope you stick around. Come on.
I'm a window for homies. I know all of them watch. Time and time again, reminiscing, remembering blocks. I used to walk around on them. It's been a while, now we back. Gotta speak on it. Used to throw all my dreams in the air. My mind a hula hoop going around, but got nothing to spare. Nothing to waste. Head in the clouds like I was high on that grape. I'ma pull up in something ignorant, I promise, just watch. Enough to make mama worry about them profiling cops. But I can't change, I was raised by the old ones. And when they see me, they be like, what you know, huh? Don't forget all your family and where you came from. Money change, your spirit shouldn't change none. Yeah, I know it, I'm dope. All my homies, they dope. Malcolm Man and Kami, I'm humble as Gandhi, though. Straight out my mama, came out of a straight out of Compton flow. I'm an animal on it with Anderson, I love you, Bo. We on that. Go on, shoot your shot, show 'em you can box. We won't ever stop, that's that puffy in me. One up to the block, headed to the top. Got them things slapping in the car like, who that coming around the way? Come around the way, damn you fine as hell. Come around this way. Roll the window down, yeah I like 'em brown. clothes, cause the homies that smoke that. And my homies all know that. My head's in the clouds, but my feet in left ground, yeah, like. Yeah, I'm good with all the fam. If they bet against me, tell them, put the money in my hand already. Banging on the cans, break it down. Everybody, what they saying now? I play you out of your bronze. They have you running up the blinds, taking they pom-poms, cheering for me and my team while we eating on wonton, squeaking like Miyagi. I shine like the sun, so who your sponsor? I told him I'm a monster like Luke Cage. Take a shot and watch me walk away with just juice stains. Used to tell me you just wasting your time with them, and still I come around just to show them this confidence. Like,
I bet you feel so high, got your head in the cloud, but you still come around like. I seen what you started, I know what you promised. You're on and you're popping like. Soon as you put your feet to the ground, I lace you with a packet. I allow some of that. Was the same back then as you are now. Let's hope you stick around. Come on.
Yeah. We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
Yeah, yo, let's get it started off, cause I ain't get enough. You got to give it up, cause I ain't giving up. They try to front on the ball, it's all love though. You see the spark from the grind, the world's mine. I'm about to win it all, it's just a matter of time. Dipped out in black, but a nigga still shine like. Yo, peace to Sean Boog, down by law. It's a way team for life, could give a fuck about y'all. Fuck shitting on you niggas, I'ma smack 'em with a star like. Bang. Yo, you talking shit and throwing hissy fits. You just mad cause you can't do no better than this. Eric G on the track, we got us another hit, dawg. Yeah, yo, you know that Jam to be the squad, that's the deal, nigga. Big homie Ninth Matic told you that it's real, nigga. Fuck a Mickey D's, we cook our own happy meal. My niggas, yeah, payday, yo. Peace to Hollow, Sundown, and E. Can't forget my little sis, rapping Heather V. Swake and Draft, GQ, Ian Kelly, Ruben V. Soul Council on the beats, make the cipher complete. Most you other motherfuckers sound whack to me. My name Khrysis, but you sound like a catastrophe. Be prepared to pay your fare if you ask about me. And don't ever think about jerking me. I work too hard for my royalty. I ain't a thug, but I got love for all my family. I pulled a plug on you whack niggas. Thought I was gone, but I'm back, niggas. Let's go, yo, let's get it started up. I still ain't get enough. You got to give it up, cause I ain't giving up. They try to front on the ball, it's all though. Let's go. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, yo, let's get it. Yeah, gon' be alright. Yeah, I told my mama I'm the best at it. I told my daddy not to sweat my weed habit. I told my girl, but then the straight banish. Fuck it. Yeah, yo. Peace to my little brother doing 3.5. I love you. Rest in peace, my mom and granddad. I know times is tough, but it ain't all bad, you dig? Yeah, we gon' be alright. Made a name for myself, I hate a sat and laugh. It ain't my fault you so-called boys had your gas. All of a sudden, I got friends I ain't know I had. The fuck? Shit. Peace to my fans, you know I be nothing without y'all. Peace to the league, I be nothing without y'all. Ain't it funny how the cookie crumbles and the chips fall? Dang. Shit. And so I'm here now, and all I hear now is when the hell you gonna grab it by the wheel now? Ain't got else, but I still get around. You can cut off my feet, I put my nubs to the ground and hit that bitch running. You can't stop me, I've been under pain, don't nothing shock me. Watch me bring the noise like Hank Shockley. I make a nation of millions rock to the beat. So just rock to the beat, just rock to the beat. Yeah, to just rock to the beat, yo, yeah, let's get it started up. I still ain't get enough. You got to give it up, cause I ain't giving up. They try to front on the ball, it's all out of. Yeah, yeah, come on, now just rock. I get it, yeah, you get it, yeah, let's get it. Be alright, yeah, we gon' be alright. Come on, we gon' be alright, yeah. We gon', yeah.
We got it locked from your block to the comic shop.
O-G-double-O. It's the B-double-O-G-double-O. Yeah. Where you been at? Been where I been at. I left the world as y'all know and I ain't been back. I'm just a feather in the wind, I'm like a pimp hat. A new number, who this is what I sent back. Walking on the beaches, sandy feet and pure Vitas. At the same time, got cushions full of creases. Family growing larger, I wonder where my niece is. Cash rules everything, but I prefer the peaches. Peaches, to each his own, but I'm in the zone, but I'm not alone. I'm in a home, cause everything is grown up. And this is how it's gonna be until it's over. And some people sitting back like, so what? Those are the same motherfuckers that I don't trust. Hold up, give me 6 feet. Make room so I can let this motherfucker breathe. Breathe, breathe, let this motherfucker breathe, breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe, breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe. B-double-O, G-double-O, B-double-O, G-double-O, B-double-O, G-double-O, B-double-O. Let them know it's true. Where you been at? I've been a lot of places. I've been to colder climates. I've been to hotter places. I seen some ugly motherfuckers, seen some hotter faces. I've been chillin', laughing at the people while they're chasing. Cause when you chasing, then you stressing, then you losing cool. These is lessons, y'all should listen, man, you losing school. Hard times, tighten stomach, and then loosen stools. Y'all too busy trying to figure out who is who. That's why I've never been the one to follow bullshit. And why I'm laid cocked back with a full clip. Aiming at the future, I'll put you in the past. I'm trying to make the people jump around, everlast. Give me my respect, and then I'll give it back. I'm just trying to milk the game, baby, Similac. But hold up, though, give me 6 feet. Stand back while I let this motherfucker breathe. Breathe, breathe, let this motherfucker breathe, breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe, breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe. Let this motherfucker breathe. B-double-O, G-double-O. It's the B-double-O, G-double-O, yeah.